Live from the hallowed grounds of Brands Hatch, it's the BOFA Broadcasting European Grand Prix, brought to you by Top Fuel Racing. Tony Trapasso up in the booth with you tonight. And it's time to run to the hills, folks. The hills of Brands Hatch. Tonight's overlay being brought to you by PZ Overlays. Paul Zoda creating some of the most beautiful overlays in all of iRacing. On more information on how you can get your own, you can find Paul Zoda on his Facebook page. It's Paul Zoda, PZ Overlays. And November is Pulmonary Hypertension Awareness Month. PH is one of the most difficult to diagnose terminal illnesses on the planet due to the fact that it masks itself to so many other terminal illnesses. For more information on how you can get more PH aware, we ask that you go to phaware.global. And don't forget to become an organ donor. The reason we say that is because usually when doctors can put the pieces together, the only course of action left is a double lung transplant. So next time you're filling out your license registration or license form at the DMV, just check that little box that says all usable organs. You could save somebody's life. So quick rundown of the point standings. There's 4 races left, ladies and gentlemen. Scotty Brinson sitting atop the heap. 587 points. Damon Martinez only 48 points back. Sage Karam, after missing last week, drops to 69 points out of first. Keith Mayato, 106 back. Jeff Hollingsworth, 148 back. Kevin O'Brien, Mark Walker, Johnny Antonucci, Chris Samard, and Paul Crumry breaking into the top 10. So still a relatively tight points battle with 4 races left. And I'm excited as hell about tonight's race. You know, I've been looking at some of the times that are being put up in the hot lap session. 107s. Are you kidding me? So let's go ahead and take a look. It's qualifying underway right now. Let's take a quick rundown of the your current top 10 as they sit. Let's bring that one up instead. Sage Karam going to the top of the board. First one into the 106s. Holy crap, Sage. Leave some on the table for the rest of us. Current weather conditions, relatively cool here at Brands Hatch right now. 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Warm for this time of year, but still relatively cool. As Samard getting together with, I believe that was the Canadian crippler, Keith Mayato himself. So one of the drivers we do want to highlight right now in the Don't Hit Me 11, hometown boy made good, Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett, currently sitting 7th quick on the board. Teammate Scotty Brinson just up the road just a tick. You see him in shot right there. Currently only 53,000 separating Sam and Scotty. So relatively close times right there. 14 cars have taken time so far. Mark McFadden still has to lay down a clean lap, as does Chris Samard, who we saw take one to the face a couple seconds ago. Tony Pizarro making his way back to the league right now. And Johnny Antonucci just coming out of the pits as we speak. So, usual suspects at the top of the board. Sage Karam and Nate Siefker going sub 7 seconds. So, good to see somebody able to keep Sage honest so far. Damon Martinez right there within striking distance as well. A name we haven't seen much yet this season, Jeff Price, coming in tonight. Raul Alvarez making his return. And Paul Jourdain making his return as well. So the road course ringers are back in force, ladies and gentlemen. Take a quick look at Nate Siefker right now as he's on a flyer. And that may have negated the lap. Dipping 2 like that was purple until that point. And for those of you who aren't familiar with timing and scoring on a road course, it's broken up into sectors, and anytime you go purple, that's a good thing. It means you are above the curve. And he was purple on his own lap there. He had to back it off just a tick. And not sure who that was locking him up in front of him. I believe that might have been, yep, Johnny Antonucci. Getting it all wrong coming through Beckett's. Let's take a look at Damon Martinez as he's on a flyer right now too. Purple in the last sector, blue in the one before that, which means he's right on pace to go sub 7. See what it is at the line here. Not so much. Lost a ton in that last segment, but probably has burned all the goodie off the tires so far. As Jeff Price jumps up to 3rd quick. So we are going to, where is he? Where is he? Since he's not out on track right now, we are going to reach out to the hometown kid himself, Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett. Sam, Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, talk to us your thoughts about coming to what equates to your home track, being as you are from jolly old England.
Well, I'm very excited to be here tonight. I mean, it's going to be a fun race. I mean, I've been practicing the crap out of this car around this track for the past few days now, and I've got a fast car underneath me tonight, so I'm expecting some good things to happen tonight.
Well, currently sitting 8th quick on the board, which is pretty respectable, considering we have 16 cars that have actually posted times tonight. So, and I would like to point out that it has been good luck in the past 3 races when we've talked to whomever we've talked to. It's been good karma. So let's keep that karma going, and you know, see if we can get you that finish you've been looking for.
Absolutely. I mean, I got a top 5 last time we came to Brands Hatch in the DW12, so hopefully that good omen can continue and I can get a good result here tonight.
Absolutely. Now, some of the fans were wondering about the whole paint scheme that you're running tonight with the verbiage that you have on the side of the number 11. Care to elaborate on that any?
Yeah, it's I'm supporting, because I'm back in the UK. I'm supporting a charity called The Mind. Mind support people with mental health issues, whether it be depression, bipolar disease, things like that. It's basically a charity supporting people with those kind of conditions, and yeah, I'm just throwing the word out there. The other sponsor that's on my car is Jigsaw.
I'd like to personally thank Trading Paints for screwing me tonight then, because I'm showing you in last week's paint scheme still.
Oh well, the other sponsor that's on my car, which was on there last week, is Jigsaw.
All
That's
it said was "Don't hit me."
yeah, yeah. That's another thing that they don't need to do, which has already happened in qualifying. But I'm not going to get into that. The other sponsor that was on my car last week, which is on my car again this week, is Jigsaw, which is a charity based in Ireland, which is supporting young people and making sure they have a safe and happy home, and supporting children with learning disabilities as well, stuff like autism, things like that. It's a good charity in Ireland, and it's another one that should be made aware of.
That's the one thing I really have to give y'all over there in the UK credit for, is you really take mental health seriously, and I do appreciate that. As somebody that has, I freely admit, I've suffered from mental health issues myself, and to see it so readily supported and worked on to try to bring it to the forefront over there, it's something that I really appreciate what you folks are doing over on that side of the pond.
Yeah, it's something that both the UK and Ireland take pride in, and we love our charities over here, and the Mind and Jigsaw are just two of them. The British equivalent of Jigsaw is NSPCC, which supports childcare and stuff like that in the UK and Northern Ireland and stuff like that as well. So, yeah, we love our charities over here, and I'm just happy to provide two more just to spread awareness.
Now, if somebody wants to make a donation to try to help further those charities, themind.org, if I'm not mistaken.
Themind.uk.
Themind.uk.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that, anyway.
Yes, themind.uk. So
yeah, and if you want to make a donation to Jigsaw, that's the jigsaw.ie as well.
IE, because they are based in Ireland.
That's the one.
All right. Well, Sam, best of luck to you tonight, and I really have to appreciate the charities that you are supporting tonight. Something that I do appreciate about the e-motorsports community is everybody's so willing to put so much effort into supporting charities, and again, thank you for everything that you do, not only for this league, but for BOFA Broadcasting, for the BOFA Indy Classic League, and for all the charities that you work with those groups.
Absolutely, and don't forget, we are going there this Sunday. We are off to our Thanksgiving special at Road America. If you want to get involved with the action there, then do not hesitate to send either me or Tony a request or comment down below after this broadcast is finished, and we'll get you hooked up with the series right there.
And you can also find the BOFA Indy Classic League on the Facebook page, BOFA, B-O-F-A, Indy Classic.
Absolutely.
Best of luck to you, Sam.
Thank you.
And before I let Sam go, I do want to point out that I can't give it all away right now. Just know that there is a change in the wind, ladies and gentlemen. And,
yeah, very much so.
That's about all I can say right now. Is changes are coming.
Yeah, 2019 is a year of change, and there's definitely something coming in, and you're not going to want to miss it.
I got a quarter. Can I buy a clue? No. Good luck, Sam.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Sam Cooper Bennett running for the Mind and Jigsaw, as there's about 4 minutes left in the qualifying session. Sage Karam still sitting at the top of the leaderboard. Damon Martinez going sub 7 seconds, going second quick. Nate Siefker sitting third quick. Jeff Price currently sitting fourth quick. Chris Walker, Keith Mayato, Paul Jourdain, Scotty Brinson, Jake Champion, and Sam Cooper Bennett running out your top 10. Sam coming out right now, and there we go. We actually see the paint scheme that he's supposed to be running tonight. As for Better Mental Health, you see there running for Jigsaw and the Mind. So good to see those charities on the cars tonight. And the only one to have not taken time so far, not posted a time, I should say, is Mark Walker. So Sam should have enough time to try to get one more flyer in, as that is, sure it is. Chris Simard right behind him. Simard currently sitting 18th quick. Not something we normally see with Simard struggling like this. 12 seconds off the pace for Simard. I'm not sure if it's the track or if it's the setup or a combination of the two or just not enough seat time, but yeah, Simard not happy right now. But another guy we are going to reach out to. Wow, that's a ballsy move. Damon Martinez running an American flag paint scheme at Brands Hatch. Oh, talk about a set of brass ones. Holy cow. As he comes across the line to improve slightly on his time. We're gonna reach out to current third place in points after missing last week, dropping a couple spots. The resident alien himself, Mr. Sage Karam. Sage, Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir.
Yep.
So, for the fans who don't know where you were last week, explain to them what you were doing.
Yeah, I mean, I was running around the casino parking lot of Rio in a go-kart, just doing some, something for fun. I've always wanted to race at Supernats. It was their 22nd year doing the event, and got to do it finally. So was really happy, to be able to do it and racing against, Rubens Barrichello in my class, and then Decano as well. He is a two-time shifter kart world champion, so was going up against the best. Never raced shifter in my life. Started out, pretty strong, but then we kind of went through some issues with gear ratio selection and stuff like that, and ended up having to start the main in 25th and ended up 14th, so plus 11 on the day, and was pretty happy with that.
Can't really beat that one. Now, was that the same race that I saw? And I'm drawing a blank on whose son it was, but there was a driver whose head hit the concrete wall.
From this year?
I believe it was this year. It might have been last year's race.
Maybe. I know Davey Hamilton. Big one.
Yeah, was that this year?
Yeah, but it wasn't a concrete wall. It was a little plastic barrier, so he was fine. I mean, I saw him, but his go-kart wasn't, so I don't think he ended up being able to do the main because that was in the heat race. But yeah, that was a pretty nasty hit. There was a really, really fast, like, fifth gear left-hand corner. You enter in there at like 86 miles an hour, and I guess he got it all out of shape before that. So definitely a scary wreck, but glad to see he was all right.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw his head was in the
jersey barrier. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a head bend that far and stay on the shoulders before.
Yeah, we don't have seatbelts or Hans devices in go-karts or anything like that, so he definitely was in ragdoll mode for sure there.
But another one who was in ragdoll mode, the young lady in the Formula 3 race, not sure if you saw that one or not. Your thoughts on that whole incident that I'm sure you've seen by now.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it. It was definitely probably the scariest wreck ever. Glad to see she's okay. She'll make full recovery and get back at it. So, it just shows the testament of the safety of the cars nowadays. And, a lot of people at that go-kart race were just saying, like, just so lucky that there wasn't, she didn't hit into a bleachers or something like that and wipe out a bunch of people. And so everybody was just really, really happy to see nobody got, seriously injured. I know she's definitely sore and had to go through some spine surgeries and stuff like that, but to hear that she's going to make a full recovery is definitely awesome.
Well, I mean, she got lucky on two fronts on that one. It was the first one was the building was there, so she didn't hit the concrete building that was 50 yards behind what the structure she hit. And where she hit, if you look at the video, where her helmet went into that building, there was a gap for cameras. But gridding up starting to happen. Best of luck to you, Sage. We'll let you get back to it.
Yeah, thanks.
So, grid up about to happen right now. Let's take a quick rundown of the grid. Starting up on the pole, Sage Karam. He's going to be joined with Nate Siefker. Row number 2 is going to see Damon Martinez and Jeff Price. Row 3 is going to go to Chris Rocker and Keith Mayato. Scott Brinson and Paul Jourdain start off in row number 4. Row 5 is going to see Sam Cooper Bennett and Jake Champion. Kevin O'Brien and Tyler Vickery in row 6. Row 7 goes to Tony Pizarro and Johnny Antonucci. Raul Alvarez and Mark McFadden in row 8. Row 9 to Jeff Hollingsworth and Chris Simard, and Mark Walker starting shotgun on the field. That's probably the quickest I've ever done. Holy cow. Probably the quickest I've ever actually done the grid up like that. As we're waiting for some of the drivers to still grab their spots. Why do I see a pace car? Okay, rolling start. Cool. That makes me feel so much better. For a minute there, I thought we were going to have a standing start, so ignore me. So the games are going to begin right immediately on lap 1. As the field starts to pace around, we're going to try to go over some bullet points about this track. As the field starts to roll off, we are going to go on board with Sage Karam. First corner here, off camber, and we're on board. There we go with Sage. Off camber, downhill, catching major G's as you start to go uphill into Beckett's, which is the double right-hander. It's a double apex corner there. A short sprint into what is essentially the backstretch of the Indy circuit here, or the short course, if you will. Now, on the short course, as we come into this corner here, where those cones are is where you would break off to go back to the front straightaway on the short course, but we are running the full course. So now comes the fun part. Uphill, as it crests, the car is going to get real light coming through here, and you've got to have it pointed dead nut straight, or you're going to be for a ride coming down into the heavy braking zone that they're entering right now. High speed, right-hander, little bit of camber to that corner, so you can carry quite a bit of speed through there. And then really right here, you're deceptive. It's a off camber downhill again. So if you don't get this one right, you're gonna be in the weeds over on the right or over on the left side there. Then it's a short sprint into the left-hander, a little bit of camber, a little bit uphill here. So it's a heavy braking zone, probably a really good overtaking portion, and then you're coming back out onto the front straightaway, Right there is where the short course matches up. Here we go. Field coming into the final corner. Pace car is in. Karam has the button. Grandpa, Papa Viagra, it's time to get it on at Brands Hatch. A lot of shuffling going on right now. Field's starting to get a little bit strung out, quite a bit of battling going on. With Tyler Vickery and Scotty Brinson right now. And that is your battle for ninth. Jake Champion in that mix as well. Sam Cooper Bennett electing to pit start, it looked like. Or not? Yeah. Sam electing to pit start to make sure that he stayed out of potential dumpster fires. Johnny Antonucci already had an off. A lot of damage on the nose of Antonucci's 37, giving Cooper Bennett plenty of room there as he gets by. And Tony Pizarro already having issues as Karam leads him through lap 1. Siefker keeping him honest, but not quite there. Chris Walker working on Damon Martinez right now, as Siefker locks him up coming through Beckett's. Don't ask me the name of any other corner here, folks. The only one I know is Beckett's. And that's the double right-hander that James Hunt passed Nicky Lauda to essentially, oh, what happened to Mark Walker? Walker not happy. Looks like he's going to be towing it. So back to the task at hand. Karam's still in control of the field. Siefker right there with him. I'm not live. There we go. Now we're live. And for those of you who don't understand what that downhill off camber feels like, the only thing I can describe it as is if you're in the Northeast, it's a snowstorm. It's an ice storm in Buffalo in December. There's virtually no traction. You've really got to be up on the wheel going through that section of track. Scotty Brinson working on Jake Champion right now. That's your battle for 8th. Brinson arguably not a road racing expert. He can hold his own, but he's not a road course ringer like some of these cats are. Jeff Price being one of them, as he's currently holding down the 5th spot. That is Chris Walker directly in front of him, who is working all over the back wing of Damon Martinez. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th right there together. And they are currently 4 seconds off of Nate Siefker, who is 3/4 of a second off of your leader, Sage Karam. Currently working lap 4 of 55. Again, you are watching the Top Fuel Racing Indy Series. BOFA Broadcasting European Grand Prix from Brands Hatch. If you want to get involved in future action here in the Top Fuel Racing Series, go ahead and drop a comment below with your iRacing screen name. We'll get it passed along to league management and see if we can't get you added into future action. Don't forget to join Sam and I Sunday night as the BOFA Indy Classic League uses the Lotus 79 as its primary car. Takes to the picturesque Road America on Thanksgiving Sunday. Of course, would like to send out a special, hello to everybody out there who's spending time with their family this weekend. Please remember to drive safely. Don't drink and drive, and please wear your seatbelts, folks. We want you around for a lot longer. But Thanksgiving special is the BOFA Indy Classic Series on Sunday night takes to Road America. Not sure the race distance on that one. I know there's been some speculation that it's going to be long, but I don't know exactly what's going on there. But we will be bringing you the action. Roughly the same time that tonight's broadcast started, we will be starting that one as well. If you want to get in on action there, be sure to drop a comment below with your Irish ski name and say, hey, BOFA Indy Classic me. And we will try to get you added into future action with the Lotus 79s. For those of you wondering what's going on with the Paskies series, they are off this week. They wanted to give everybody enough time to travel and not have to fret and stress, so both series are off this week. As we continue to watch this battle, currently, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, you see them all in shot right there. And that is our closest battle on track. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. And connection issues for Sam Cooper Bennett as he's been flashing in and out. Currently holding down the number 10 slot. Way to give me a heart attack, Sam. And Siefker has... No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He almost did, but he did. Scott Brinson, Jake Champion, currently one of the closest battles on track right now. You see Tyler Vickery in the background stalking there. Is Champion doing a little lawnscaping here. So, if past races are any indication, we're probably looking about a 2-stop race, depending on how badly you abuse your tires. As Johnny Antonucci and Mark Walker both continue to sit in the pits. We are going to reach out now to the driver of the Purple People Leader number 36, Mr. Mark Walker. Find out what's going on. Mark, Tony up at the booth. You got me, sir. Mark Walker, Tony up at the booth. You got me, sir. That would be a no. Okay. Well then. So Sage Karam continues to show the way. We're going to take a quick rundown of our top 5. Sage Karam, Nate Siefker, Damon Martinez, Chris Walker, and Jeff Price. As that battle for 3rd really rages on, Siefker is 6 seconds up the road. Sage Karam is 2 seconds up the road from him. But this battle for 3rd between Martinez, Walker, and Price is really heating up. I believe that is the lap car Mark McFadden there coming to go by. And it is. Not the best place to be catching him, but hey, it is what it is. Martinez has the possibility of gaining a ton of championship points right now, as he's currently sitting in third. Scotty Brinson currently sitting in eighth. Remember, we looked at the beginning of this, at the event, at the point standings. Only 48 points out of first was Damon Martinez. So there is the possibility to gain just a ton in the championship tonight. As Raul Alvarez has taken it pit side. I think Scott Brinson put it best last week when he mentioned that, you know, if you've never driven in a sim race, you know, this isn't like a video game where, you know, you're just, whatever. So, I mean, we all remember growing up playing pole position in the arcade. You know, you're really working in these cars because most drivers in this league and in a lot of other leagues have a force feedback wheel. So you're getting your feel for what the car is doing through your hands, and there's a motor that's giving resistance. And depending on how high you have that force feedback turned up, you know, you can get quite a workout in one of these races. You know, I remember the last time I ran the Rolex 24 at Daytona, I previous to that, I had been running, I think I was running a Formula One race in the Williams, and in that car I've got to turn my force feedback way up because of the steering assist that car offers. So I jumped into the McLaren McLaren GT3, and my arms were dead. I actually had to pull over, lower my force feedback, and then continue my stint. Or else I would have been dead after 10 laps. But the other thing too is, you know, you've got to go into the mindset. You know, let's go on board right now. Let's take a lap with Chris Walker, as we're going to go on board, coming onto the front straightaway. Count the number of shifts, folks. I counted 70. 70 times that gear indicator changed numbers in one lap. And on top of that, he's having to gas, brake, steer, and not kill Damon Martinez in front of him. So, you know, you've got to think that he's doing that. He's going to be doing it for 55 laps. He's got to worry about Damon Martinez in front of him. He's got to worry about Jeff Price behind him. And whatever other cars end up being around them, because they're lapping here. This group, the top 6, are lapping this field 2 seconds quicker than 7th place on back, on average. So that being said, you know, you've got a lot on your plate. Just one lap around Brands Hatch. You know, you're shifting 70 plus times per lap between upshifts, downshifts, and everything else that's going on. You know, you've got to pay attention to the car in front of you, your mirrors, and look out down track for lap traffic, because we've already seen this group, just this group of 3rd through 4th, or sorry, 3rd through 5th, already lapping cars. So, you know, there's a lot on your plate around on a lap in a simulator. And that's why you see drivers like Sage Karam, you see drivers like Rubens Barrichello, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ray Black Jr., you know, just real-world drivers using the iRacing simulator to help prepare them for future on-track endeavors. Yeah, you don't get the G-forces on the rest of your body, but you still get that mental aspect of it where, you know, it keeps your mind right in tune of where you need to be. And in case you folks are wondering why we're focusing on this battle 3rd through 5th, this is the closest battle on track. Everything else is more strung out than a frat boy on a bender. Keith Mayato from Jeff Price is 12 seconds back. Scotty Brinson is 16 seconds off of him. Tyler Vickery is another 3 seconds off of him. Jake Champion is another few seconds off of him. Whereas Martinez and Walker, there's only 2 tenths. And I believe that's Jeff Hollingsworth directly in front of him. Nope. Price got a great run through that last corner. Him and Walker slugging it out right now. Walker holding the preferred line through Beckett's. Now they get to do it all over again and try to reel back in Damon Martinez. Walker with a mental mistake just throws it way wide. Price is through. And that's what we were talking about. It's that just that momentary lapse. And Chris Walker went from battling for third to now struggling to catch fourth. He's in a solid fifth, but he's a second and a half off of Jeff Price. And these guys are getting into heavy lap traffic right now as they go past Kevin O'Brien. And I believe that leaves 9 cars on the lead lap. And Sage Karam taking it pit side on lap 20. Siefker going with him. So the pit stops have started. Packing it full of fuel as Price stays out. Doesn't get through Beckett's as cleanly as he probably wanted to. There is Karam. Martinez down and away. Siefker has been down and away. Brinson stayed out, so that moves him up to the fifth. And Brinson continuing to have connection issues. So Price gonna get the point for leading a lap. Karam finally with some heat in his tires. Look for him to start reeling them in relatively quick. Wholesale pace, if you will. At this point, you got to wonder if Jeff Price is going to try to make this a one-stop race. Currently 22 laps into his fuel stint. He's going to need to make it to lap 23 to be able to pull it off. No, I take that back. He's going to need to be able to make it. And yeah, no, he's coming in now, so close to bingo on fuel as Karam flashes by. And heavy lap traffic in front of him. That's Keith Mayato and Sam Cooper Bennett. Both of them having gone pit side. Mayato falls. And you're watching your battle for 8th. Cooper Bennett has it. Keith Mayato wants it. Let's go on board for a lap with Sam. Sage Karam lock him up through Beckett's a little bit there. A little whiff of tire smoke. Just carries so much speed through that corner. Holy cow. That whole section. Back out onto the front straightaway. The one thing I got to say about my broadcast partner, definitely a better driver on road courses than I will ever be. And that's a lap with Sam Cooper Bennett. As he's starting to stretch his legs now on Keith Mayato. Mayato 2 seconds off of him now. Check in with Nate Seifker, who currently sits in second. That is Nate behind Sam. Sam knows what's coming and just lets him go before they get to Beckett's because knows that that's going to be a problem if they try to go through there too wide. Not going to happen. And that, of course, did let Keith Mayato close right back in. So the battle for 8th now rages back on. I would like to remind everybody tonight's broadcast being brought to you in part by the BOFA Indy Classic League. If you're looking for some awesome excitement on a Sunday night, Lotus 79s are for you. We go this Sunday to Road America as it's time for round number 6, I believe. 6 or 7. I've lost track, but it's so much fun. Hell of a race this past Sunday at Iowa. Just an amazing race. 2 cautions, that was all. How many times can you say that about Iowa? There were only 2 cautions. And it was oops. It wasn't anybody getting overly aggressive. It was just, oh crap, oops. And, you know, it's just a driver putting the car in the wrong place at the right time, and there were single car spins. It wasn't anybody, you know, getting clobbered by somebody. It was just single car spins that brought out a caution. So some of the most skilled drivers and some of the oldest open wheel technology in iRacing, some of the most fun that you could probably have. That follows an older style kart PPG Cup-esque schedule as we go to Road America this coming Sunday. If you want to get involved in that one, go ahead and drop a comment below with your iRacing screen name. We'll get it passed along to league management and see if we can get you added in on Sunday night. Oh, did I mention it's fixed setup and it's free? So you don't have to worry about setting up the car yourself. We've got experts that can do that. And doesn't cost you a dime other than to buy the car and the track that we're running that week. And if you don't want to join us for Road America, be sure to join us the following week as we go to the house that Penske built. The free version of Michigan. As the battle still rages on. This is your battle for sixth. This Tyler Vickery not having the best of nights. That promotes Sam Cooper Bennett to 7th and Keith Mayato to 8th. They are 4 seconds back off of Scotty Brinson. Mayato gets a better run out of the short chute. Drag race down the hill. Cooper Bennett just lets him have it. Go ahead. I'm going to finish this race. And still do need to point out that, you know, the one thing that it never ceases to impress me about sim racers is the amount of charitable work that they're willing to do. You know, never hesitating to put a charitable organization on a car and run it. You know, Sam Cooper Bennett running for Jigsaw, which helps younger people in Ireland, making sure that they have what they need, and then also running for The Mind, which is a UK-based mental health organization. For more information on how you can get involved in those two charitable organizations, you can go to jigsaw.ir and you can also go to themind.uk. But again, just the charitable work that the different sim racing drivers are willing to do. You know, how many charitable races have you seen us put together, ladies and gentlemen? You know, for different charities. That's the one thing I love about sim racers, is they're always willing to lend a hand and lend a you know, they're willing to race to bring you know, notability to a cause that is brought to their attention. As Sage Karam continues to show the way, let's take a quick rundown of our top 10. And I would like to point out that only the top 5 are left on the lead lap. Sage Karam, Nate Siefker, Damon Martinez, Jeff Price, Chris Walker on the lead lap. Scotty Brinson just went a lap down. Keith Mayato sits in 7th, a lap down. And who was that just... That was... No, that wasn't him. Who the heck was that? Was that Mark Walker? No? I think Samard may have caught a piece of whatever that was. Okay, Samard just got it all wrong and backs it in. Paul Jourdain. What happened there? Oh, that's what happened. And tore the front off the car. Got it wrong coming through Beckett's. And almost collects Scott Brinson. Oh, man, that would have ended poorly. Limps it back around to the pits as we are back live. There's Sage Karam continuing to just click off robotic-like laps. Nate Siefker doing what he can. 23 laps to go. So going to be a good points night for Siefker. Martinez flirting with disaster, coming through one, up into Beckett's. Little bit whiff of smoke as he goes into the double right-hander. Keith Mayato is slowly reeling in Scotty Brinson. And Samard looks like he may have taken it pit side. Johnny Antonucci has put it on the hauler. Mark Walker is now down and away after burning the fast repair. Siefker's got to hope for a big mistake by Karam on the next pit stop. 8 seconds back right now. A speeding penalty is about the only thing he can hope for at this point in time. As we are 21 laps to go. Still plenty of time in this one, but with the laps that Karam's been cranking off, Siefker continuing to hustle that car around, but you know he's got a 32-second lead. Makes that a 26-second lead over Damon Martinez, as Martinez starting to have some connection issues. Starting to get the blinkies, as we like to say. And Sage Karam has already lapped up to fourth place. So Jeff Price in fourth, the last car on the lead lap. Getting it all wrong coming through Beckett's. Karam continues to show the way. Let's go on board with our leader, and we're going to show you what it's like to be an alien. minute and 6 seconds feels like. That's what a minute and 6 seconds feels like, as you know, you just went a full lap with Sage Karam. And my auto has caught Brinson. So, Mayato, who currently sits in 4th in points, 106 back off of Brinson, now battles him for 6th place. Brinson has it, Mayato wants it. 17 laps to go. We have not yet seen the money stop. And Seifker goes pit side. Money stops have started. Seifker the first one to blink. 16 laps to go. Question is, did he show his hand too early? Like I said, the only thing he can hope for at this point in time is a speeding penalty for Sage Karam. As Martinez flashes by. There's Martinez. There's Seifker in the background. That's Jeff Price there as well. No, it's not. As Seifker goes a little off-roading. And wing damage for Seifker. Oh no, what happened? Here he is on his outlap, just gets it all wrong, eats, oh. That's getting it all wrong. As Martinez goes pit side now. Karam just finished his money stop. So Price, the only one left to pit. And cold tires bites Karam as well. It looks like he didn't hit anything yet. Yeesh. As Mayato gets by Brinson. Those guys are now back on the lead lap as Karam was pointed the wrong way on a one-way street. Cold tires to blame for that one for definite. 15 laps to go. Karam still showing the way. Dodged a bullet there. Wow. It's Cooper Bennett in for his money stop. Seifker burned the fast repair finally. Price still has yet to pit. 14 to go. as my auto goes pit side. Karen with a whiff of smoke, tire smoke coming through Beckett's. So last car still running, 11th place Mark McFadden, who was 4 laps down. Raul Alvarez has put it on the hauler. Chris Samard has put it on the hauler. Tyler Vickery has put it on the hauler. Jake Champion has put it on the hauler. Paul Jourdain has put it on the hauler. Mark Walker and Johnny Antonucci have all put it on the hauler. Tony Pizarro did not take the green. As Jeff Price goes pit side, keep your eyes on Damon Martinez. Martinez up into second. Siefker with warm tires. Can he reel in Jeff Price? We shall see. We shall see. Price gets it all wrong. And there's Siefker. Let's back that up a little bit so you can see what happened with Price. Just catches the curbing. Oh! Sam Cooper Bennett catches a race car and loses part of his wing. I don't think Sam's used his fast repair yet, so probably not going to hurt him too bad. And Siefker has gotten by. Cooper Bennett stays out. And there he is, coming pit side this time. Gonna get a new front wing put on that car. Probably gonna make sure the suspension is up to par. Better safe than pregnant. Got a huge gap over Kevin O'Brien. I hope. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh no. Did Sam already burn his fast repair? Oh crap. Oh no. So there goes Jeff Price. 10 to go. as Chris Walker trying to reel in Keith Mayato. As Walker still trying to reel him in. 8 to go. Flirting with disaster coming through the downhill. Oh. Sucks this time of year getting old. And joining me now in the booth, driver of the Jigsaw number 11, Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett. Sam, what's going on?
iRacing stole a fast repair from me, and then that hit from Jeffrey Price jacked up my suspension to the point where it ended my race. So,
crap.
But thanks going out to iRacing for that one.
I would have put money to say that you had your fast repair left. That's why I was kind of shocked when I saw you just sitting in the pits, man. I'm so sorry. You had a hell of a run going, Sam. You really had a hell of a run going.
Yeah, I was just like turning laps, minding my own business, and then Price just in front of me, and I had nowhere to go. So yeah, again, no, Price wasn't to blame. It's more iRacing to blame than anybody else.
Well, for what it's worth, we have seen a hell of a race so far.
I don't know. I've been down on track, so I don't know what's been going on. Anyway,
yeah, go ahead, Sam.
I just thought I'd come up and explain what happened to me, and I'm not going to stick around. I'm just going to go and...
I believe the phrase is kick a puppy.
If I had a puppy to kick?
Yeah, just don't kick your cat.
Yeah, that won't be wise.
Yeah, because your cat will kill you in your sleep.
Or shit in my pillow, either one. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to stick around. I'm just going to go and lament again, because this is just another retirement in a long run of them. So, and for it to be on the road course where I'm actually a specialist at, it's just really big kick in the teeth. So I'm just going to go away and just say a few bad words and just try and calm down a bit.
Well, for what it's worth, Sam, we do have a great race to look forward to this coming Sunday when the BOFA Indy Classic Series goes to Road America. Personally, I'm looking very forward to that one, as I know you are. It's a great track. It's a great car. It's a great setup that we've got. Just need drivers, and that's where you, ladies and gentlemen, can come in. Sam, how can they get involved in the BOFA Indy Classic League?
After this broadcast is over, just leave a comment down below. Either that or you can find us on Facebook. That's both for Indy Classic Series, or if you're already on iRacing and you want to join the league, you can find us in the league section. Just send a request to join in and we will add you. And
just so everybody does know, it is a free league to join. It is a free league to race in. The only thing you have to own are the car, and the track that we're running that particular week. So if you don't have an Own Road America, where are we next week, Sam?
Well, that's where we have a free track coming up because we're at the old Michigan track.
The house that Penske built. Arguably one of the greatest car track combinations in the history of ever.
Absolutely, so that's going to be one to look forward to. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here and beat something up and, yeah, just have a good broadcast.
Go have a beer on me, Sam.
If I had beer, I need to go and buy some.
Fair enough. You've earned it. And unfortunately, folks, that was Sam Cooper Bennett, who iRacing just did not let him use the fast repair that he was supposed to have. Unfortunately, that's going to drop him to 11th as everyone else is in the pits. That leaves 10 cars still running out on track right now. Sage Karam continues to show the way. 4 laps to go, make that 3 laps to go. Damon Martinez, his teammate, 44 seconds back off of him. Nate Siefker in 3rd is another 8.3 seconds off of Damon Martinez. Jeff Price has just gone a lap down. So only the top 3 are left on the lead lap with 3 laps to go. So Sage Karam basically out for a Sunday drive right now. Hell of a way to kick off the Thanksgiving holiday with a win here at Brands Hatch. Popsicle sticks are out 2 more times around. Sage Karam, our resident alien, showing why we call him that. But how about that drive for Martinez? Second in points coming into tonight. Going to make up a ton of ground on Scott Brinson, who is mired right now in 7th place. Martinez is just... he's had a hell of a drive. You know, in a track that he hasn't seen a lot of. And this is very impressive by Martinez. And we are going to be definitely sure to talk about the brass ones that he's running to run that paint scheme here tonight. So get your hate mail coming. That's Damon Martinez, Phoenix, Arizona, P.O. Box OU812. Siefker able to rebound to the podium after getting it all wrong on his outlap as the white flag is out. Couple more corners left as it's pretty much academic from here unless Sage Karam bins the car. Downhill and into the final corner he comes. From the pole, leading all but 1 lap. Your winner tonight, Mr. Sage Karam. So Martinez hanging on for 2nd. Siefker coming home in 3rd. Whoops. And we are going to... where is he here? We are going to reach out to the man of the hour, completely stinking up the show tonight, our resident alien, Mr. Sage Karam. Sage, congratulations on the victory tonight, sir.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was, I put a lot of practice in this week, and or not this week, but mostly just today and yesterday, um, just to be ready. I wanted to get another one in the win column. Have been kind of not been, had some bad luck lately, so was really happy to get that win. And yeah, I mean, qualified first. Led most laps. Hopefully got the
Monkey off your back?
yeah, the monkey off my back now, and hopefully I got the fast lap of the race there. I was pushing like hell the last few laps because I wanted to get into the 105s, and on the very last lap I got a 105.9. So
you are the only one to go sub sixes tonight, sir.
All right, well that's good.
And hell of a points night tonight for SKM Motor. The team SKM, Sage Karam Motorsports, with a 1-2 finish with you and Damon Martinez. You really got to be proud of your teammate tonight, Sage.
Yeah, I said to him before you grabbed me up here, I said, good job, man, way to keep it clean, because that was the name of the game. This track's pretty narrow. It's easy to make mistakes. I mean, I had a spin on cold tires, and, it wasn't really that bad, but had a couple 1Xs there for off tracks. It's just a real narrow track and a lot of fast corners, so it's really easy to dip a wheel, and a lot of bad things can happen from that point on. So I just told him to keep his nose clean, and that's what he did. And we were able to get 1-2. That was the goal on when we after qualifying, when we knew we were 1-3. So we wanted to get it on the start. Tried to time it and go together, but we kind of screwed that up. And then he just kept his nose clean. Damon's real consistent, so he's a good teammate to have.
He's like a robot at times. But for those who've never experienced Turn 1 here at Brands Hatch, try to describe that, if you can, of what it feels like to go downhill and off camber.
I hate it. it's I don't know. It just basically feels like you're basically in the rain. It's no matter how grippy the track is everywhere else, that corner's just never ever gonna have that much traction. And it's weird because when you look at the corner, it's really inviting to overdrive the entry, and if you do, you're gonna go off on the exit, and as you go on through the corner, you're picking up more throttle and more speed, so the grip's just getting less and less. So if you miss your turn in or you overshoot it, you're definitely going off. It's a stressful corner.
Fair enough. But joining us now, the guy with probably the biggest balls on the track tonight, showing up in a American flag themed paint scheme at Brands Hatch in jolly old England. Damon Martinez. Damon, talk to us about the paint scheme tonight, kid.
I thought I was feeling pretty confident coming into this race, and I just thought, you know what, I got to bring it in for America. Got to show the Brits what's up. Got to represent the home country, man. We're on their turf, but I just had to show them that we're coming out.
All right. Well, Damon, you had a hard fought race for most of the race with Chris Walker and Jeff Price. That first round of pit stops kind of shuffled it up a little bit. Talk to us your thoughts about how your race truly went.
Yeah, hats off to Chris Walker. Honestly, he started my draft. He was half a second the entire stint. I was just maintaining pace, trying to avoid incident points, trying to keep little penalty points as possible, so I could try to get a little bit of an advantage on Scott in the championship. But dude, Walker was there the whole time, and Jeffrey Price was just there right behind Walker the entire time too. And I don't know how he did it. Walker pitted 3 laps after I did. It was wild. Went for the it ended up being a 2-stop anyway, but I don't know how he was going so far on fuel.
Well, you were one of the few drivers tonight that didn't have to burn their fast repair, so kudos to you on that one. But coming in tonight, you were second in points, only 48 behind Definitely a good points night for you personally, but a better points night for SKM, making up some desperately needed points in the team standings.
Yeah, this was a much needed night. Scott somehow is just always doing good. It's impossible to shake that guy in points. It's almost irritating how good he gets. He's just always up there, but we needed this. And then for the points, it's good. Like tonight I was just made sure I wasn't running as fast as possible. I was just making sure I was staying out of the grass.
So you're running as slow as you possibly could to maintain a podium finish.
Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to Nate. I was like, man, Nate's usually got some bad luck coming into races. I just gotta maybe just stay close enough to where I can wait it out, and he just happened to pit and spin it on cold tires. And I was like, thank you, Nate.
Well,
that just gifted me second.
Anybody else you want to thank tonight before we let you go?
I just want to thank the US of A for my great paint scheme tonight. Thank you guys in the stands. Thank you Fanatec for giving me a wheel. And thanks to Sage. Honestly, Sage, without Sage Karam, I would not be worth anything on road courses. I'd probably be fighting with my auto and all them down the lower middle of the teens.
Well, for what it's worth, Damon, I'm just going to say this right now. Anybody from the UK that wants to get your hate mail coming, that's Damon Martinez, Phoenix, Arizona, P.O. Box OU812. But we're looking forward to seeing you Sunday night as the BOFA Indy Classic Series goes to Road America, Damon.
Yeah, thank God I'll finally be able to go to one. I've been working nights for the past couple weeks, so even though it's just been bad timing.
Well, it's a fun track, fun setup, and we're looking forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, man. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for broadcasting. You guys do a lot for this league.
Well, you guys give us some good stuff to put on the airwaves, and looking forward to seeing you Sunday.
All right, man. See you Sunday. You have a good night.
You too. And joining us now, rounding out our podium, the bad luck kid himself, Nate Siefker. Nate, I think the only way I could describe what I just saw tonight was, oops.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how I spun it that first time. Literally the same thing 40 laps before that, and that was probably conservative, and it just stepped out. So that shows how bad cold tires were tonight, and it just was awful. But that happened.
Well, don't feel like the Lone Ranger, because Sage did the exact same thing on cold tires. The only thing is he didn't collect the Armco.
Yeah, and I thought I have it in the app on iFile that to have my fast repair off, but I guess for some reason it got selected. I guess because it took my fast repair and it just held me in the pits for 30 odd seconds, and that's what cost me second place tonight. I probably would have gotten out in front of Damon if I had a fast repair, and I didn't. So that cost me second place for sure, was not having that fast repair. But I'm not going to make excuses for myself. You know, Damon earned it purely because he kept it on the racetrack, and I didn't. I mean, that's the way it went tonight. Yeah, just I should have finished fourth, I think, with my luck, but I got kind of lucky.
Well, Jeff Price had slightly worse luck than you did, I think.
Yeah, he spun, or something got collected with Sam, and as they were going into that fast right-hander at the bottom of that hill, I probably made the most daring pass in my iRacing career, probably the riskiest and probably the stupidest, but it had to be done in order for me to. That was the one shot I thought I had. That was golden. Flew in there about 30 miles an hour behind underneath Jeff, then literally swerved right at the right moment to miss Sam with a broken front wing. So that was probably the ballsiest pass I've ever made in my iRacing career. Probably the stupidest, but thankfully I didn't hit either of them and got third out of it, thankfully.
I can't wait to see the Thanksgiving edition of the Seafer stories.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. But yeah, it's just really unfortunate that that happened. I mean, I had good pace with Sage. I figured if I kept pace I was running at that entire race, I was going to be about 17 seconds behind him at the end, and that would have been I would have been very pleased with that finish. But I mean, I wasn't. My goal for that first stint was to be Sage when I pitted, and I did that, and I'm glad I was able to do that. So I have no I have no real disappointments tonight, other than I not second instead of third. That's about the one disappointment I have. Other than that, I feel like tonight was a decent night, but it wasn't the best night I could have had.
Well, for what it's worth, Nate, the one thing you have to look forward to is this coming Sunday night with the BOFA Indy Classic League going to Road America. I know we've spoken in the past. You absolutely love that facility.
Yeah, about that. I think I work, but I'm not entirely sure. So hopefully I don't.
Crap.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully I don't work. I think the next racing night I have off for sure is Monday night for Paskies. That's the one night I know for sure I have off. But hopefully I'm able to maybe get out of there a bit early and race Sunday, because I do love road. America or Atlanta? Which one is it?
America this time. We were in
America.
Atlanta last time.
Okay, so hopefully I'm able to, because I love Road America. That's a beautiful facility.
Picturesque Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin.
Absolutely. Hopefully I make it, but yeah, tonight was, I guess, a great night. It was a good night, but I'll take a podium. However they come, I guess.
Fair enough, Nate. Again, congratulations on the podium. Looking forward to seeing you Sunday if you can make it.
Thank you.
So that is going to do it for us tonight. The only thing that's left is to take a look at tonight's results. Sage Karam coming home with the victory. Damon Martinez hanging on for second. Nate Siefker, last car on the lead lap, rounding out your podium. Fourth place going to Jeff Price. Keith Mayato hanging on for fifth. Chris Walker in sixth. Scotty Brinson, not a bad points night, coming home in seventh. Kevin O'Brien hanging on for eighth. Jeff Hollingsworth in ninth. Mark McFadden, last car still running, in 10th. Disappointment for Sam Cooper Bennett as iRacing had a glitch and took his fast repair from him, relegating him to 11th. Chris Simard in 12th. Raul Alvarez in 13th. Tyler Vickery 14th. 15th going to Jake Champion. Mark Walker in 16th. Paul Jourdain in 17th. Johnny Antonucci, the last car to take the green, in 18th. That is going to do it for us tonight. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We will see you Sunday night for the BOFA Indy Classic League from Road America. For Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett, for Scotty Brinson, this is Tony Trapasso saying we'll see you then.